I wanted to ask about conversations because clearly, as a consultant, author, speaker, traveling around the world and speaking to people virtually like this, you've had a lot of conversations with people from all walks of life. What has been, one of the more impactful or profound conversations that you've had, either personally or professionally, that's impacted you and where you are today?
Yeah. Um, so for me, I go back to my college years and a college philosophy professor who asked, "How has the world changed?" And in a way, and got us thinking about the last 50 years, the last 100 years. And we had a conversation about it where he got so intense, he cared so much about pulling us into this conversation that it sort of gave me permission to care too, and for a light to switch on, and for me to really apply myself on these questions. And that led me to the questions about, I took a course called Theories of the Good Life. And, what does it mean to live a good life? And that took me into that land of like, well, what does it mean to live a good life? And what have other people said? And what do I think? And I always keep coming back to that because I think as leaders, we often get stuck in this sort of, our identity is wrapped up in leading our team or our organization and whatnot. And that's really hard, as you well know. But the precursor to that, the foundation to that is I need to lead myself first. And if I don't do that well, I'm not going to be able to do this other thing sustainably over time. And people are going to see that they're sort of rotten at the core, or there's some fundamental character things, or way out of balance, or frenetic. And so what I'm focused on is helping people lead themselves, and so they can lead others, and then we can lead change in the world, with our transformation of the organization, or more social impact and sustainability, as well as high performance. And all of those things need to align. You can't do just the middle one without this one, and you're never going to get here to the third one without, and so we need to be able to do all of them. And that's what the world needs of us now. There's so many big challenges, in our marketplaces and in the world. They're great opportunities, but this is what the world needs.
What a great question from your philosophy professor, and to guide you into your philosophy right now in life, leading yourself, leading others, and leading change. Gregg, I want to thank you so much for being here. What is the best way for our listeners to get in touch with you and find out more, and learn from you as well?
Yeah, so well, thanks for asking that. There are a few ways, and so I've got a website, greggvanourek.com, and so it's Gregg with two G's, and then VANOUREK.com. And with our Triple Crown Leadership book, we also have a website for that, which is triplecrownleadership.com. And on both of those websites, we have a ton of free resources for leaders, relating to leading self, leading others, entrepreneurship, social impact, conscious capitalism, these kinds of things. And then I'm also, I've got a YouTube page, but I'm also active on Twitter. And I think there's a lot of value that I see. I really learn a lot from people on Twitter with conversations. And so at G Vanourek on Twitter. So those are good places to start.
Excellent. I'll make sure I have all those links in the show notes as well. And I want to thank you again for being here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, John. Cheers.
And for all of you listening and watching, until next time, develop yourself, empower others, and lead by example.